I'll go alone if I have to.
You'll die alone.
I'm asking you to make sure I don't.
So now we deal with the aftermath of making a decision like that. Carol not dealing with it. Maggie not dealing with it. Now we see the full-on effect of how making a decision like that, which is so different to the ones we've made before, and how we continue ticking with life, if we can. What is Morgan doing? Is he building a prison? Oh, so that we have an option if needed.
Morgan. Why?
I agree with this though.
It'll give you some choices next time.
Yeah. We didn't have choices last time, and I didn't think we did. I've seen a lot of people sort of saying about that wolf guy. What was his name? Him sort of changing. Now, I don't know where I want to put my finger on that, because I don't know if per se we saw him change. The redeeming factor, the hopeful factor for me, is the fact that even when he was bit, he wanted to save her. But I don't know if that's because he wanted to save her so that someone could be there to chop his bloody arm off, or if he genuinely did that because, like, being faced with death sort of... Maybe he was turning. Maybe he was changing. We don't know. All of our journeys watching this will be completely and vastly different. It's the beauty of this show. So your opinion or your view will be completely different to mine, which is perfectly okay, right? I'm more on the side of I genuinely don't think it was okay trying to keep him alive. We didn't have this prison thing that Morgan's making now for a start. It wasn't even about taking our stuff, was it? It was just coming in to brutally kill us. We have every reason to believe that he would just do it all again. He tried to kill Morgan twice. So, like, I don't vastly disagree with what Carol did there. What I'm trying to say now, though, is if we're going to get this conflicting view of, oh, we should never, ever keep people and assess them first, or we should never have this situation like Morgan had, I disagree with that. Like, I think Morgan is spot on here. I know Rick probably will feel a little bit like unsure about it, and maybe a majority of the group won't be okay with it, but ultimately it is the morally right thing to do if you're not sure. But look at Carol's face, man. She still looks broken inside. How that goes on to change the group, I'm honest, no idea. There is no rest, there is no break. Oh wow.
Didn't even notice. Got your bike back.
This is the, like,
Yeah.
friendship, or at least relationship, or at least friendship I wanted to be rekindled, you know?
Those people you met, ones in the burnt forest, they took it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saved them, right?
I should have killed him.
But I'm struggling so badly with, like, oh my gosh. The last episode was the most conflicting thing I've watched in a long time.
The ones that took you and Maggie. What'd they do to you?
They didn't do anything.
That's what I mean. Here's why it's conflicting for me. I know from experience the safest thing to do is to do what Rick did, to eliminate possibility or risk. And it wasn't exactly based on no evidence. Like, we had heard about this group, we had briefly seen the capability of this group. It's not like, if this group was a group we'd never encountered before, a group we had never heard of before, it was just another group, just as locked down as us, just as cautious as us, just as everything as us, and then we just went in there and killed them all, that would be, like, that would not sit well with me on my books at all. But that's not quite what happened, and that's what makes this so confusing. Most of us didn't have first-hand experience with this group. None of our group died to this group. It was just the very brief confrontation with those bikers that we dispatched, and then what we've heard from Hilltop. That's the confusing part, because that little tiny bit of information has led me to be more okay with what's happened, but then after it happened, during when it was happening, it just felt so wrong. Then cleverly, the show, it's not just like we go in the night, kill them all and leave, end of. We then get a secondary exposure to another part of their group who I saw potential in all of them to not be bad. Like, they're all just products of their environment, right? Just like we are. If we had started with the perspective of those ladies, we would be having a very, very different conversation right now. That's what is conflicting. For all we know, they're all just being like, everyone's sort of following like troops. Maybe an inner circle of higher level bikers or gang members or whatever you want to call them that don't really leave room for negotiation, and if you don't follow, you die. And we may have seen that, and they may have seen that. We have seen nothing from their perspective to lead them into the position they are in. And we don't get it either. The weird thing is toward the end of the episode, I'm thinking, okay, Carol killing them, would I have done that? Is that the right thing to do? I probably would agree with it on the premise that they refused to listen or accept Carol's sort of mercy. That felt like a no choice scenario, but it didn't feel right. And the reason it doesn't feel right to me is because I don't trust them. How can we expect them to trust us? After everything they've been through, we can't just expect them to be like, oh no, okay, so they said we can just go and this will all be forgotten. Oh yeah, let's just go in this, you know what, let's just waltz away. Let's just leave the frame. It does not work like that in the mind of someone who has been scarred by The Walking Dead. That's where the conflict is. Have I been talking too much? Probably. That's my piece, guys. I don't know if that provided you with any insight on my thoughts, but... Oh, here we go! Abraham and Eugene, finally!
I remember seeing it right when I realized I had no idea where I was going. Edison's apothecary and boutique. They had drugs.
How do you know they still got them?
I wanted to check. I just wanted to help.
But can
How
we...
much time you spent out there?
Yeah, and can we risk... None. Exactly,
Forget it.
none.
I can ID the meds. I know how to use a machete now. I've
God's
seen Roma's up
sakes.
close. I'll go alone if I have to.
You'll die alone.
I'm asking you to make sure I don't.
Yeah, Daryl.
I'm not babysitting her by myself.
Just literally bubble wrap her. Use... Oh, so we do get a dynamic trio. She's going to do this. She kind of is the only one that can do this. Otherwise, we just grab a bunch of random drugs. Apparently, I share the same birthday as Daryl's actor. What's his name? Something Reed. Norman or Normus or something like that? Can you please lock the doors? Because the other issue is for all we know, like, Negan is still
This happened fast.
very much a threat, you know? She hasn't been out in the world. Is she, like stage fright, you know, getting a bit of shock? There ain't no walls protecting you out here, you
What did you
know?
find?
Come on, let's walk.
Hold up. Looks like a straight shot if we follow the tracks.
No tracks. We'll take the road.
That's twice as far.
I ain't taking no tracks.
Yeah, like... Wait, so Daryl's trying to take the road, right, which is a...
Should stick together.
Wait, they're not sticking together? Are you mad? Why?
A feeling of the billowy curtain catching the breeze some days was straight up bliss. The breast tag.
Straight up bliss. I love that.
The key to survival is allowing oneself to be shaped by the assigned environment.
Exactly.
In doing so, a broad range of capabilities are acquired, allowing one to flip the script and use said capabilities to shape said environment for maximum.
Oh my god, I just love how he's just like, it's gone in one ear out the other. I think that's the whole point. But I always talk about, it's not just about being one person or being able to be like one person or like another. It's like the ability to adapt, to be adaptable. Adaptability.
I'm saying I'm in the process of said stage 2. I've changed, adapted. I'm a survivor.
Hell yeah, you are. Come on, crack a smile, Abraham.
Keep telling yourself that.
Cuz. Did she do that just to prove a
I need
point?
to pick him over you back there.
Why? Like, okay, that borderline annoys me a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, eh? Like, what happens if either group end up in some kind of issue? Maybe it's Daryl as well who's a bit of an issue, being stubborn. Because she just followed along. So if you look at, they both went in opposite directions. They're both stubborn as, excuse my language. Maybe I won't say it. Oh gosh, can we not think about the fact that there are walker prints all over this window, meaning that someone was probably in here at some point, if not currently in here?
Me and her gonna do this. You're gonna stay back. Got it?
Really?
Standard pen and tumbler. Tick, tick, click. Easy peasy.
place?
Tick, tick, click. Easy
It is
peasy.
indeed. We're going to manufacture bullets here.
Holy
I've been shooting
shoot.
the cut on this for a few days now.
Making bullets from scratch.
Couldn't we just trade with other groups as well
Digs
then?
will require a thorough scrubbing. We'll have to scare up a hell of a ton of lead, but yes.
Because you know how Jesus was talking about this like intergroup like network of survivors, right? Surely we have some kind of trade value if we have the ability to produce ammunition.
That, my friend, is some damn fine, genuine, outside-the-box thinking.
Yeah.
Talk with Olivia, see what
A team back,
most
baby.
valuable to produce.
I'm gonna hit pause so I can kill that thing behind you.
Pump your brakes, Red.
Did you say pump the brakes red? Oh, I love this. And then Abraham's just gonna be like sitting back like,
Be my guest. Strike one.
yeah, maybe not a good idea to try and hit the...
Strike two.
Yeah, maybe just step in now.
Why did you?
Yeah, but Eugene, you can't just...
You had zero authority.
To what? You'd had better luck picking up a turd by its clean end.
I'm going to allow you to apologize for saying that. Dispatching walkers is well within my skill set, so screw you for suggesting otherwise.
He will get there.
Thank you for your protection. But your services are no longer required.
Oh,
The truth,
don't say that.
plain and honest. You've outlived your usefulness to me.
Don't say
Is that
that.
so?
That's not... Eugene, come on.
Find your own way back. Asshole.
Come on, Eugene. Yeah. It's a shame there's no way we can just take all of
Set
this,
them on the
eh?
counter, I can tell you which.
Come on, guys. Think a bit more than that.
It's just one.
Please don't try and go and sort it yourself. No, because it... People just try... It comes about proving themselves, doesn't it? And... Oh, someone was staying here. With the little baby. Freaking out. Okay, no, there is a walker. Whoa! Hush, hush, hush.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, is that trying to suggest that they killed the baby because the baby wouldn't be quiet or something? That's horrible if that's the case. Oh, she found one for herself. Bit of an awakening for her, isn't it?
So is he older or younger?
Older. By 6 minutes.
Wait, what?
My parents came up with the
Oh, twins.
Denise thing on one of their bins.
Oh, I was gonna say... Oh my god, I was gonna say that looked like a weird spelling for Denise. Like, I was like... My brain, I was like... Dennis? Sometimes it sucks that, you know, Merle... Like, he's just started having his RK and then...
This way's faster,
Forget,
right?
that happened so long ago now. Oh wow, so Daryl's gonna listen to, yeah. See, that's more like it. Faith in each other, you know. Can you please tell Daryl and Rosita that you've turned around? Whoa.
There's a cooler in there!
Nah, ain't worth the trouble, come on.
Although it might be, but then again, it's Daryl's right. Like, don't you dare kill another character just because. Bloody doctor as well. Kill the thing! Oh, I don't like how close it's getting to her frickin' skin, man.
No! Don't!
She's ripping the band-aid off, alright. Holy shoot. The crazy thing is, when you think about it, at some point or another, our characters have gone through the same thing. Like, Carl almost died to being toppled on top of to walkers because not being like, you know, having the bubble wrap taken off too soon and almost being too exposed too quickly. It's weird though, because sometimes you think it needs to happen, but then again, like, is it just a matter then of some people die, some people don't? Can you really take the band-aid off slowly, or is the only thing to do to rip it off and pray that they survive? I hate that she's done that, but then again, that's me constantly trying to bubble wrap her. Yeah, what's in the cooler? Surely something half decent after that. Is it just beer? Oh, is it fizzy?
Hot damn.
Oh wow,
What the hell's
it's
that?
fizzy.
You could have died right there, you know that?
Yeah, I do.
Are you hearing me?
Who gives a shit? You could have died killing those saviors, both of you, but you didn't.
For a couple of damn sodas.
Nope, just this one.
Just for, oh my god, you know how cute that is, but then also risky that is, but then also like, yeah, too cute to be too angry about.
I asked you to come with me because you're brave like my brother, and sometimes you actually make me feel safe.
Come on, Denise.
And it makes me sick that you guys aren't even trying, and you're both really good people, and if you don't wake up and face your...
What? Oh, shoot. What the what? Oh my god. Oh my god. And let me guess, Negan. Wait, or is that guy?
Well, hell.
Is that the guy that... Oh, for... Why just shoot? Why just shoot an arrow?
You got something to say to me? Step up on that high horse?
Look at that smug-ass smile.
Still getting the hang of her.
Twit. Oh, man, it says... Oh, for God's sakes.
Kicks like a bitch.
So what's your issue with
here
us
we
then, asshole?
Kind of begs the question, right? She wasn't even the one I was aiming for. Kicks like a bitch. Look, this isn't how we like to start new business arrangements.
Abraham, come on, Abraham.
Well, you pricks kind of set the tone, didn't you?
What do you want?
So this is...
Sorry, darling, I didn't catch your name.
Rosita, what do you want?
You're going to let us into your little complex, and then you're going to let us take whatever and whoever we want.
And whoever.
Well, we blow Eugene's brains out, and then yours, and then his.
I'm
Nobody else
speechless.
has to die.
You want to kill someone? You start with our companion hiding over there behind the oil barrels. He's a
What?
first-class a-hole, and he deserves it so much more than us three.
Oh my freaking god. Surely that's just some kind of ploy and he's not going to be there. Surely.
Go check it out.
Surely he's gone round or something. No way would Eugene just do that. You're taking the absolute piss. Nah, I don't believe it. Abraham's gone round. We gotta try and jump now. We have to do something now or never. Please don't tell me anyone gets bloody hurt, for goodness sakes. Before someone hurts Eugene, for the love of... Oh. You arsehole, you better watch out. Someone get Eugene.
Daryl, stop!
Denise, man. Nah. There's no way there's two characters with so much potential in one episode. No way. So far away from home as well, for goodness sakes. Nah, I'm not. I'm pissed off about Denise so badly. And I'm even more upset about how Tara's gonna feel. Every goddamn time. We literally get no time with these characters. The literal saddest thing for me about this entire thing. This is the first episode when I've genuinely felt like I've remembered her name. So fuming. That's not even a matter of like being bubble wrapped and the band-aid being ripped off. That's just hard-ass luck. For the love of...
Bull just grazed him. But it's a good thing we got him back when we did.
Thank goodness for Eugene.
Antibiotics we picked up.
I was not trying to kill you.
I knew he wouldn't do that.
I was looking for a moment. You found it. Do you apologize? I apologize for questioning your skills. Welcome to stage 2.
Thinking about frickin'
Don't need to
Denise.
welcome me.
It's terror that worries me because, oh, and she just found the soda. She just found the bloody soda. She didn't get to say, I love you. Foreshadowing. Just so angry. Who were those mugs? Oh, and you know what's even more crazy? Oh my gosh. Immediately at the start of this episode, I was preaching to you guys about how I didn't know how to feel regarding killing people we were unsure about. Now, Daryl was put in a situation before when there were 2 characters that he should have, well, he says he now should have killed. He should have just killed them. Really big problem here, because after an episode like this, that leads me to think, yeah, maybe that's really the only option. If we gamble on making the moral choice and gamble on these people being decent, what are we risking in turn? Are we risking just our lives? And it feels like more often than not, this is what's happening. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. It doesn't feel like there's a rule set, and I'm trying to read this book of rules with no pages, and I need some kind of guidance or structure, but there is none. It feels like every decision is a hot-headed boom, boom, boom. You make the wrong decision in the moment. It's not even a matter of, like, probability. It's just, if you make the wrong decision, you could die. What the hell are you supposed to do in the moment? Now, with that many times this happening, what are we supposed to do? What the hell?
Too.
And of course now we get a scene that I'm happy
It's
about.
too short.
And I can't watch it properly because I'm pissed off. Great. I love this moment, yes, and I'll be able to love it even more when I edit the bloody thing. Oh my gosh. Daryl will blame himself. He will blame himself for not making that decision.
You were right.
I genuinely...
I knew it when you said it.
We should have just killed May. Shoot. Oh God.
If we survive this threat and it's not over, another one will be back to take its place, to take what we have. I love you all here.
Is Carol leaving? She said, I'd have to kill for you, but I won't.
I can't love anyone because I can't kill for anyone.
No, surely because she'll want... What happens if something happens, though? She'll want to be here to protect
I'm
people.
going like I always should have. Don't come after me, please.
What, does she just leave by herself, for goodness sakes? Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. That's going to have to wait anyway, because there's too much elsewhere to talk about. Alright, I pray this camera's got enough battery life in it to last a conversation. If not, I'll just have to change it out. Morally conflicting again. Again! Like this, the last few episodes, I've gone from this side to the middle, to this side again, to... Like, is this the most morally challenged we've been? Like, we know we're good people. We're people we don't want to have to kill if not necessary. But it almost feels like our characters are realising it is necessary. And, like, I don't want to realise that. You know what? Why does the show always do that to me? Like, I go through my process and there's literally a character somewhere in the show going through exactly the same thing. Carol. She doesn't want to have to kill. She doesn't think she'd be able to kill. Like this. Because it's not just about killing threats, it's about killing potential threats now, right? It's about killing people that we think could be a problem. And she doesn't think she could do that. I don't think either. Like, how could I be okay with making a decision when I don't know if it's the right one? I don't know why I'm making the decision, other than there's a probability if I don't make it, there will be consequences. But there's also a probability that there won't be. Do I think I could genuinely make that decision? And my brain tells me I don't think I could. My brain's going, yeah, probably not. Maybe if I was in this world literally, and I had people around me dying because of indecisions or decisions I was making, maybe then my view on this would be way more further down the track. Of course, I deal with consequences, but only from a viewer's perspective. The crazy thing is I'll watch this right now. I feel a part of the show. 10 minutes after turning the camera off, I'm getting dressed to go to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm literally there. And I don't think there's any way to realistically replicate that. So there's a way that I think the writers are very clever in sort of keeping us, like, I don't think we're at the same point as our characters in terms of morality and decision making and being okay with it, but I think we're following along behind them. You know, there's only so much that the writers can do to get us in that sort of perspective. They're doing a really good job at keeping us on that trail, right? And I keep talking about, maybe the more I watch, if I watch, say, another 2 seasons and I come back to this episode, I'm going, oh, yeah, nah, we should have just killed him. Maybe that's what happens time and time again. Like, why has he tried to kill us? That I don't understand. Like, genuinely, Daryl saved their lives. What the frick? I don't even understand the logic. And yes, I'm petrified because now Carol is breaking even further. Daryl is now probably breaking even further. Everyone's going through those processes, you know. The only one I feel like is like kind of a bit ahead of the pack is Rick, and that's because he regularly had and has made those leadership decisions. So the weight has been on his shoulders much longer than everyone else's. You know, he's already used to it. Every time that we disagree with Rick, it almost feels like you disagree with Rick, right? And then in a few episodes, you're going to go look back and go, oh, I kind of agree with him. And this episode, we suffered almost to one horrible consequence, and it's not just the fact that it's Denise and how, like, I'm literally scared for Tara, like, I feel horrible. She's on her way back to get her I love you, which she's not going to get. You know how shit that is? Yeah. And then it's not just the fact that it's emotionally horrid, it's the fact that she was thriving. You know how many times she saved Carl's life? She was our doctor, she was our carer, she was such a lovely human being. And the minute she begins to flourish, boom. And yes, right now I'm arguing with a lens. I'm arguing with a camera. Yes, I am. I'm arguing with no one right now. I'm arguing with my inner self because I didn't want to accept that killing is what is the only option. But like, the fact that I'm trying not to accept it leads me to believe that I'm kind of being told by the world that this is our only option. To be brutal. I'm not saying that I will kill everyone on sight. I'm not there yet. No, I'm still morally conflicted and you guys are going to have to deal with that. I still am for Morgan's point of view, but they're always, like, I think that the key thing, right, the key thing to take away from this episode and the entire last few episodes in the season, etc., is that every situation is different. There's only going to be one right answer, right, and it's just a matter of can we hit it on the head, and that's when the risk comes in, and that's when, how much longer can I not justify, say, Rick going to a group and just deciding that we should get rid of them all? How much longer can I not justify that, knowing the consequence of what we've just witnessed? Maybe before this reaction, my brain was in the sort of position of, okay, killing should never really be done without long deliberation and thought. But I think the one thing that's snapping inside me today is, if you have a hunch, then maybe you just have to... I don't want to say it, but sometimes maybe you just have to trust your goddamn gut. And if you get consequences from that, there is nothing you can do. And I'm not going to sit here and act like killing is always going to be the most inconsequential option, because you don't know who you're killing. I just feel like yelling. I just feel like getting mad at the camera and, you know, tearing my hair out.